What is something that is seen as a status thing but really shouldn't be? Response 1. Being a workaholic. The only people who will remember you worked late are your kids. Congratulations. You spend all your time making the company owners wealthier while you don't see an additional dime. You also pride yourself on having no family or spousal interaction. What a hard-working employee. Response 2. Not sleeping. It's stupid. And dangerous. Don't brag plain about not sleeping and then offer to drive me somewhere. I know someone who brags about how little she sleeps and how much she gets done with cleaning and projects around the house. If you're giving up sleep to mop your floor, you've made a wrong turn in life. Follow for more. What life hack seemed fake until you tried it? Response 1. Consistency is greater than intensity. But man, is it hard. Yeah, I have some days I literally call no workouts that are so minimal I can't even call them half-ad. But it still means I logged a day keeping up the habit of doing something. That's kept me on a consistent workout plan of at least 3 and up to 5 days per week for almost 2 years. I call those turn-up days, cause all you really do is turn up. Still counts. There are only 2 types of bad workouts, those that are too intense and those that aren't done. It took me several years to understand the importance of periodization training. It's applicable in many areas of life, working with a goal, regularly and without exhausting yourself, that's what gives results in the long run. Response 2. Reading the textbook and taking notes on it before lecture, even if I felt like I wasn't understanding at all. So many light bulbs and better grades. To study, write everything you would bring to a test on one side of a 3x5 index card. Even without it in the test, you'll ace it, can confirm. It forces me to understand the material better in order to condense it into an index card. Look up a teaching technique called flipped classroom. It is essentially the same thing that you are doing, except in the next step the teacher will, instead of giving a pre-planned lecture, answer student queries in the classroom. Follow for more. What product is a massive scam that everyone buys into? Response 1. All of those weight loss tease influencers promoted a few years ago. They're just laxatives. Laxatives, caffeine and some kind of crack to make you feel both hopped up/anxious and nauseous enough not to eat. Ah, the days of uncontrolled ephedrine usage back in the UK. It was the amphetamine replacement. Back before tighter regulation, you could bet that if a weight loss pill claimed it'd lower your appetite, it was dosing you ephedrine. Likewise, if a remedy was herbal and claimed the same, it was usually because it contained ephedra, the original herbal form of ephedrine. When COVID was at its worst, in China a remedy called Lianhua Qingwen was often touted as the best non-prescription remedy. It rapidly decongested your sinuses and gave a boost to energy. Why? Ephedra, of course. This is not to say that ephedra and ephedrine don't have very important medic uses. It's that they are linked to potentially serious heart conditions and are not safe for unmonitored use. Response 2. Those e-commerce guys that sell their guru courses on how to make $10,000 plus a month. The secret is to sell the course to other people. TLDR, the get-rich-quick online classes industry is super scammy and meant to con low impulse control buyers. I was laid off when the pandemic hit in 2020. Was unemployed for 9 months, had used up all my savings and unemployment, and started pulling from my 401k to feed my family. It was a rough time. During that time, out of desperation, I enrolled in a class that taught people how to make those get-rich-quick classes online. I knew nothing about the industry but it seemed legit and there are some people, very few as it turns out, making huge money doing it. The community was welcoming and super supportive and I had nothing else to do with my time, so I jumped in and worked like mad for 3 months. In the end I had earned very little money but gained a ton of insight to the industry. To summarize, they make money in 2 ways, selling digital products like DFY, done for you, sales funnels and PLR, private label rights, books and videos, and B, selling get-rich-quick online classes. The products are the absolutely lowest quality garbage you can imagine. And the courses don't teach anything you can't learn in a couple of hours of online research, and wouldn't make you any money anyway. They're all called shiny objects and most of the effort that goes into creating them is done in the sales page and ad copy. And they're hyped by Billy Mays-style self-promoters as if they're the best thing since the wheel. It's all a ploy to sucker low impulse control people into buying crap they don't need and will likely never use. I know some people reading this will say, duh. But I honestly knew absolutely nothing about the industry when I started and, again, was desperate. I consider the money I spent in that class well spent if only because of the life lesson learned. Follow for more.